High atop a hill that overlooked a valley of sleeping mist and waking flowers, an old gardener known only as the planter climbed to the crest. The sun was a soft, buttery gold, casting long, gentle shadows that danced across the clover. In his calloused hand, he held two identical seeds, smooth, brown, and filled with the mysterious potential of the ages. With a silver trowel, he dug two small cradles in the rich, dark earth. He placed the first seed, called Skyward, in the warm soil to the left. He placed the second, called Deepwell, just a few feet to the right. "Grow according to your heart," the planter whispered, his voice like the rustle of dry leaves. He gave them each a single ladle of water and went down the hill, leaving the two seeds alone in the silent, heavy dark. Skyward was a seed of great ambition. To him, the darkness of the earth was a prison to be escaped. The moment he felt the warmth of the spring rain, he pushed with every fiber of his being. "The sun is mine," he chirped. Within days, he had pierced the surface, unfolding two bright, lime-green leaves that quivered with excitement. A few feet away, the ground remained silent. Deepwell had not emerged. "Deepwell!" Skyward called out, his tiny stem stretching an inch higher every afternoon. "What are you doing down there? The air is sweet. The butterflies are like flying jewels. You're missing the race." But from deep within the cool, dark earth, Deepwell's voice was only a soft vibration. "I am not racing, Skyward. I am reaching. But I am reaching for the bones of the mountain before I reach for the light of the stars." By midsummer, Skyward was the pride of the hilltop. He was 10 feet tall, thin as a willow wand, and draped in beautiful, showy foliage. Hikers would stop and lean against his trunk. "Look at this marvelous tree," they would say. "Such spirit, such speed. It is surely the finest on the hill." Then they would look at the spot where Deepwell lived. A tiny, humble sprout, no bigger than a blade of grass, sat alone in the dirt. "A shame," they would whisper. "Some seeds simply don't have what it takes." Skyward drank in the praise like it was rain. He spent his energy growing taller and thinner, adding more leaves to catch the eye of every passerby. He mocked the tiny sprout beside him. "Look at you, Deepwell. You've spent months and you're still a foot tall. I can see over the mountains. I can feel the clouds. What have you been doing all this time?" "I have been busy," Deepwell replied quietly. While Skyward grew toward the clouds, Deepwell was growing into the deep. His roots, thick as ship's ropes and as stubborn as iron, were winding around great subterranean boulders. They were searching for hidden rivers that never ran dry. They were anchoring themselves into the very heart of the hill. Deepwell was building a foundation that no eye could see and no hiker would ever praise. Autumn arrived with a sky that looked like bruised velvet. The planter appeared at the bottom of the hill, looking up with a worried brow. He knew the signs. The Hudson Year gale was coming. The wind arrived first, not as a breeze, but as a wall of cold, screaming air. Skyward, with his tall, thin trunk and his heavy canopy of showy leaves, was caught instantly. He had grown so fast that his wood was brittle, and his roots were nothing more than a shallow web of threads just beneath the grass. "Look at me!" Skyward shrieked as the wind bent him nearly to the breaking point. "I am the highest! I am the greatest!" But the wind did not care for his height. It used his own leaves against him, pulling at him like a great sail. With a sickening thud and the sound of snapping timber, Skyward's shallow roots gave way. He thrashed and clawed at the air, but there was nothing to hold him. Beside him, the oak named Deepwell sat low to the ground. The wind roared over him, but he did not move. He was tethered to the bone of the earth. While Skyward fought the storm with pride, Deepwell simply held on to the mountain. When the sun rose the next day, the hill was silent. Skyward lay across the clover, his beautiful leaves turning gray in the mud. He had reached the sky, but he had forgotten to hold on to the earth. The years began to tumble past like autumn leaves. The planter returned many times, watching as Deepwell finally began his slow, steady ascent. Now that his foundation was set, his rise was unstoppable. He didn't grow with the frantic panic of the ambitious. He grew with the calm, quiet power of the eternal. Today, if you visit that hill, you will find a great oak that guards the valley. Its branches are a cathedral for the birds, and its shade is a refuge for the weary. The hill teaches us what the world often forgets. The most important work of your life is the work no one sees. Do not be discouraged by those who bloom quickly. A foundation of stone is worth 1,000 years of showy leaves. Build your roots deep. The rest will follow.